happening, sports fans? Trent the Great talking that sport-ish. I'm here to report on UFC 240, the results, which was held in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And we're going to start with the welterweight division with my man Jeff Neal, TKO Nico Price in the second round, which was a really good fight up until the knockout. It was a war. And Nico came in undefeated, and he left undefeated. You know, both of these guys hit each other, man, with some punches that would have knocked anybody else out. But they really put themselves on the map. And one key thing in the fight was they nearly knocked each other out by knocking each other down simultaneously. It was almost like a double KO on Street Fighter, if y'all ever played that back in the day, man. Yeah, man, Nico Price was game. You know, he was game, but Jeff Neal just had too much for him, man. And this kind of moves Jeff Neal up in the welterweight division. We're gonna see who he gonna take on, because Nico Price was somebody who was probably not a top 5 or top 10. He was probably considered right outside of there. So, you know, this gonna make Neal have to fight somebody in that top 15, top 10 range in the welterweight division. We'll see how that go right there, man. Next on was the co-main event with Chris Cyborg. Chris Cyborg, and this was an interesting fight, man, because Cyborg is making her return, and as I put in one of my old videos, she didn't want the rematch with Amanda Nunes. At least that's what Dana White says. You know, and Amanda Nunes says it too, but like Chris Cyborg said it ain't true. Like I said, she told them they're goddamn lie. So she makes this return to the fight, and she's taking on a fellow featherweight named Felicia Spencer, who came in with only 7 fights under her belt. Cyborg wound up winning by decision though. But Spencer took a lot of them punches, man, from Cyborg, and she gave some back. And these were punches. When I was looking at it and you know, reading some of the comments, people were saying that Cyborg knocked people out with less experience and with punches, some of the punches that she's thrown at people, you know, before in the past. Now, Felicia Spencer might just be a tough cat. She might just be somebody who could take the punches like that. But you know, considering that Cyborg got knocked out against Nunes and she couldn't stop, she hit Nunes flush a couple times and it didn't stop her from coming. You know, begs the question, has Chris Cyborg lost her fastball? You know what I'm saying? She lost a little steam off of them punches, man, because she been fighting a long time. And before they lost to Amanda Nunes, I think her last loss was like 2005. It's like, damn. We were still wearing throwback jerseys back then. Shit, you know? But Cyborg just proved to be the better fighter, and that's probably just by experience, you know? But Felicia Spencer, she looked decent in there, man. You get some more fights on her belt, and probably around, 15, 20 fights or something like that, she'll be able to probably challenge one of them. Come back and fight Cyborg again, or fight Nunes again, you know, because but Amanda Nunes is on another level, man. So this young girl, she looked good, man. But she couldn't. Spencer, she couldn't take her down. Punches they didn't bother Cyborg, even though she connected a lot. Excuse me, she connected a lot. But like I said, she was game. She gave it everything that she had. So kudos to her. 7 fights in, and you fighting someone who's might be considered a GOAT, at least in Joe Rogan's eyes. Hell, everybody's a GOAT to him. Shit, it's like the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. Well, goddamn, the greatest of all time. Excuse me, all time was what, last year or last week, or it's gonna be next month. I mean, every year is somebody who's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying, to Joe Rogan, man. So maybe that's his catchphrase. I don't know. But getting back to the fight, getting back to Cyborg at least. Now, since Cyborg has won, the only way she gotta go is with Valentino Shevchenko. I think that's how you say her name. I'm sorry. Don't get on me. But probably more or less than anything, she got to get the rematch with Amanda Nunes. That's the one everybody want to see, you know. And it almost looked like Cyborg really don't want that fight, man, because at least not too soon, you know, because Nunes is rolling, man. That girl is on a roll, and I'm telling you, she seemed like when they interview her, she seemed like a very sweet, down-to-earth, humble person, but in that ring, she's a killer. You know what I'm saying? It's like she got a contract out on your life, nigga, and it's going down. But that's the rematch everybody want to see. It's the one I want to see, and it's the big money one. You know, it'll probably be like it could probably even be the main event instead of the co-main event of one of these things, you know. So we're going to wait and see, man, you know, because it's going to go off it to her, you know, and Amanda Nunes is ready. You know, she just defended a title, last month. The 135, now she's going to go up to the 145 to defend that, you know, because she's holding both belts. And that's tough, man. So kudos to her, man. We're going to see you, Cyborg. Take the fight, baby, and see what's going down, man. You take the L, you just take it. You know, go and retire and do a reality show or something. Shit, I don't know. But in the main event, you had Max Holloway defeating Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar been around a while, man. He's been in some wars. He got knocked out not too long ago, I think. But Frankie Edgar was game. But Max Holloway got him in the decision and kept his belt. Max Holloway had a slight advantage. He was taller than Frankie. He didn't have that much of a reach advantage, but he was like 4 or 5 inches taller. So by having that, you know, every time Frankie would come in, he just would slide back, you know, and catch him. You know, he would just slide back. And anybody knows that fighting or boxing, you know, when you come in, a smaller guy who doesn't have the reach or whatever, he's got to fight good on the inside because he can't box this guy on the outside. So that's what Frankie was trying to do. But he wasn't using no head movement. And he was just getting lined up all night for Max Holloway, just, you know, coming through. Bing, 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 bing every time, you know. Frankie was game, you know. He's been in some wars, so he's a tough guy. He's a tough bastard, man. But he had a lot of trouble landing shots. Like I say, he wouldn't use any head movement, so he couldn't get Max Holloway off his game. You know, Max Holloway stuffed all of Frankie's takedowns, and like I said, with no head movement, he was just par for the course. So Frankie's really right now he's in a dilemma. You know, is he gonna go down in weight? Which he probably should, because some of them cats in that division are a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, as Max Holloway was. You know, he's a legend. So, you know, will he retire? Probably not. A lot of these guys, they want to keep fighting in their 30s, so they feel like they can keep going. But this UFC game fighting is a young man's game. Like I said on one of my other videos about UFC, it's a young man's game. So you guys in your 30s, you've been fighting since you were 15, 20, you know, whatever. It's by time to look like you got to start exiting, because these losses start adding up. Head trauma can happen. You just had a boxer die not too long ago. You know, so you got to really start thinking about your health and your family and your wellness. But, you know, what is it? To the winner go the spoils, you know, and that was Max Holloway, who was, you know, retained his belt, and he defeated a legend, and now we're going to see where it goes with him. I think he's in the same, well, I don't know if he's in the same division, no, but maybe he can get a fight with McGregor, you know what I'm saying, or I forget the other guy's name, but maybe he can get a fight with some other top guy. You know, Holloway's been looking good lately. Like I said, he beat a legend in Frankie Edgar. And we're going to see how this goes, man. But, you know, I wanted to drop that tidbit on y'all. We had some technical difficulties, man. I'm Trent the Great, and I'm here talking that sport-ish. And y'all have a good one, man. I'm out. 1.